Welcome back to Naiva Speaks.
Welcome.
This is Nova and Nai here on Nova's porch.
Yeah.
Yes. And today we are opening with our opinion on why we think everyone should just be lesbian. Okay? I'm going to let you start because you're actually in a lesbian relationship right now.
I am.
Tell the Knives how fun and exciting it is.
I mean, it's everything about it. It's just so great. We talk about the intimacy factor. We talk about just holding somebody and completely just feeling the love through the hug. We talk about, I feel like honestly, when you're in a gay relationship, it sometimes usually goes so much more deep than a straight relationship. I mean, you've heard things about when you separate from a gay relationship and how it can send you into a spiral. It can literally change the trajectory of your life because of how intense that love was when it's between, at least in my perspective, two women. But, a gay guy who has been in a gay relationship could probably say his side of it, but it's just very movie-like, and it's beautiful when it's a great communication, Why do you think all people should be lesbian, or have you ever craved to have that affection?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after witnessing it firsthand, through my family, through my friends, and just seeing the way they connect with their partners. And how, 1 minute they could be bickering, the next minute they could be like kissing each other's cheek and neck and like giggling into each other's ears, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a desire.
Mm-hmm.
And it burns in me like a dragon does to flame. And that's why we think everybody should just be lesbian. Plus, I think the world would be so much much more peaceful if everybody was peaceful. Peacefuler, yes.
Well, yeah.
Well, yes. It would just really. I think everybody should try it and see how you feel afterward. And if you love yourself,
everyone should scissor once.
Yeah, scissor once, dinkle, or whatever the gays call it. Do it once. Let us know how it is.
Yes.
In the meantime, though, we have been lesbians, hard-working. I identify as queer, but we are just queer people hustling here and doing our best to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Because, unfortunately, we live in a world where straight is a thing,
It exists.
It exists. And
I think growing up, I was surrounded by straight relationships.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I had a queer, person near me to, that I could lean on and be like, wait, that's something that's happens too. It's like these queer relationships. I was so surrounded by, it was loving relationships that I witnessed, but it was very hetero. And that was the only perspective of love I saw for a very, very long time. So when it came to me discovering my feelings, it was a whole new journey, because you can't really go to, say, a sister who's straight and she's had all these boyfriends and stuff and be like, man, I'm just having these these feelings that are so intense that I don't even know how to explain them. You can't go to her and just ask queer questions, because they won't know how to respond. You can be as supportive as you want, but if you've never experienced it, it does make you feel a sense of being alone, and that you don't, you can't relate to all the
normalcy. Yeah,
the heteronormalcy. So, you probably grew up in a household where it was mostly straight.
Mostly straight.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we had to cut because Sanai's phone is out of storage. But every once in a while, somebody, would come into our lives and be queer, and it would be chill, but other than that, the adult influences in my life were straight. So, I think gay people are cool.
But you
Queer people
know,
are cool.
we didn't grow up with that in our life. We're gonna be those
We are
people
those.
for the new, you know.
The new generation. I'm proud of myself.
I'm
I
happy
am.
I'm that
I love
person.
who I am.
I'm so happy I'm that person.
And I love who I am when I have crushes.
I was hanging out with my mom and my grandma like not too long ago, and I don't know. We were like chilling with my aunt and my uncle. I mean, like the whole family was there on my mom's side, and I think like she was like, "Oh, and like you and your girl or something." I was like, "Damn, like that the whole family knew that shit, like that sort of."
Hard launch.
And I was like, "Okay," you know, like I was like, "Okay, well that's out there, whatever."
So you hadn't told
And
them yet?
My grandma knew.
Okay.
She like, cause I know my mom talks to my grandma. It was obvious. It was definitely out there, but I kind of brought it up. I was like, I mean, I didn't expect you to like bring her up there. Like that's gonna, you know, I won't be able to talk to them individually about me, but she was like, you know, my grandma was like, you're like what this family needs, like that gay woman.
Oh,
Like you are like what this family
Grandma.
needs. And my mom was like, yeah, like our family has never had, you know, a person like you. Like, you know, like there's no gay family member in that house.
I'm trying to think of it. Do I have any? I don't know. I don't know if any of my family is queer. I know that my siblings, like my sibling is, but like there's not a good handful of us who are prudy. Another topic I think that we should cover is, you know, what it means to have supportive family in your life. I find it very beautiful that your grandma is like, you're exactly what we need.
Yeah.
It's so
Because
beautiful.
you never
to
think
me.
about it in that way.
Yeah,
That you're
and,
like that in other people's point of view.
Yeah, some people in my family didn't, you know, always have a positive reaction to me saying, oh yeah, this person is queer, you know? So like knowing that it's there is very comforting. And of course I have people in my life who are like very loving to me regardless of who I am and vice versa. But like, I don't know, it's harder for those who have family members who don't support it, you know? And I know people who have family members who don't support it, and it will be the family members that like have the most influence in your life. Your parents, your grandparents, aunt, uncle, whatever. You know. So
It's true. I'm gonna be that gay aunt, and I sometimes wonder. I'm